Hey guys, Engineer Wannabe here uh, for another episode of Saturday Night Watch Talk with my good friends Keith and Torin. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys in the chat as well. Looking forward to hanging out with you all and yeah, talking about some funny stories um, that happened to us this year in our month of reviews, or I don't know. It's just an excuse to chat about funny stuff, I guess. It's good to see you, Keith. How are you doing? And
I'm
what's on
good.
your wrist?
Oh, on my wrist. Let's see, let me take it off here. There's been a lot of talk of Baltic and Laurier on various streams.
Yeah,
So I've been wearing my Laurier the past few days.
nice. That's
Um,
good. The talk because of TGV's collaboration.
yeah, TGV collaboration, which, if I'm being honest, not crazy about. And the Baltic release that Bobby Legg seemed to be fixated on.
Oh
Um,
yes,
but
the excellent value for money.
I was thinking about it, and I feel like the Laurier is kind of like the opposite of like a Seiko in the same category, where Seiko, they have really great dials
Right.
and terrible bracelets, especially in this price category. The Laurier is the opposite, where the dial's kind of ho hum. There's nothing really that stands out as like really great about the dial, but then it has a really good bracelet on it.
Yeah.
But I think part of
Hmm.
the appeal of this watch to me is just like it's like a perfect fit for my wrist. Um, so
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I definitely think it's worth the price. I don't think it's worth the inflated prices it was selling at when it was, hard to get for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Um, for the price they sell it for, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like part of that was also like the TGB tax. I think because he
Yeah.
was he was reviewing it and reviewing it very positively. So
Yeah,
there
I
was
mean, what happened with Laurier, they're kind of a unique microbrand where they didn't do a Kickstarter.
right.
They
Okay.
funded it themselves with their own savings and
Hmm.
just released the watch. And then a couple months later, or however long it was, TGV did a video and that
Yeah.
caused that to sell out for like 2 years.
Yeah.
It was hard to get, it was never in stock.
Right.
So it
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me that they work with TGV because he really, you know,
Brought
put a lot of
attention.
eyes on the brand. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I'm gonna do the Bobby Leg zigzag. So jumping into the chat here, we've got Dan. Good to see you, Dan and Peter. How's it going? Got Bill K as well. Good to see you, Bill. And our favorite farmers market enthusiast,
oh,
Keith, is here as well. It's good to
how's it
see
going?
you. Have you seen Withered Manscaped lately? It's been a
I have
while.
not. I was thinking about that the other day. Where'd he go?
Yeah, we're maybe he got sick of us.
Yeah,
He's
if
probably
anyone
trolling
knows,
another stream.
yeah,
he
if
was
anyone
he was a
knows the
good troll though.
whereabouts.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like a what would you call it? Endearing troll.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Obsessed with
Hey,
the shack, the Invicta shack
yes, yeah,
owner.
lording it over people or something. It's good times. Hey, Peter, good to see you. Um, an hour might be long enough. We'll see. And Keith and I were talking in backstage about this. I was asking Keith, "What is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?" And he told me it was a movie, and I told him, that makes sense." um, Anybody know what time it is? Good to see you, Chaz. It's time for Sanjay Night Live. Oh, that's good. Bruno, how's it going? Neff's here too. Good to see you. Um, Late? You're not late. You're early. Hey, Caliber YQG. You've got our buddy Clayton as well. Ken Spear, Scott Tarlow. Good to see you guys. Hey, Eric's here. Good to see Eric. Feels like it's been a while. Good to hear from you. Hey, Jared. And now I'm gonna speak to Torin. How's it going, Torin? It's pretty smooth, right? That was pretty smooth there. How's your day, Torin? Tell us about your adventure and what's on your wrist.
Yeah, thanks, Sanjay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Today was pretty busy. We've been getting some crazy weather, like a lot of places, really. So in London, we were clocking 90-kilometer-an-hour winds. I decided for some reason it'd be a good idea to do a hike during that time. And there was actually like a lot of downed trees like all over the path. So I had to navigate that lightly. And I just took some watch shots with my white birch on the hike. So I did end up actually switching out for this stream though. So it's not the white birch.
Okay, let's see.
My latest purchase, and hopefully the last one for the year. I thought
is
that was
another
going
one?
to be the case for the Bon and Mercier, but it's not. Is it focusing?
The anticipation.
Oh,
wow.
Manta, no way.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's an Ocean King.
Cool.
This
Is it the blue?
one-
That's a blue dial, right?
Yeah, it's a dark blue dial with a steel bezel. It's a version 2 of the Ocean King, so I'm enjoying it. I like the clasp. It has like the glide lock on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a discontinued model, right?
It might be. It came up on one of our Facebook groups in Canada, and I just snatched it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
Well,
was
we've
really
got,
impulsive. I was kind of stressed, and I just pulled the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
looking forward
really
to. Like, of course, I'll review it in the coming weeks. So
Yeah. That's great.
But
We still,
yeah,
still
sorry,
have
really
3
quick.
weeks.
But you were talking about you're taking a picture on your hike. The picture of the white birch on the white birch was really cool. So I think you posted that to your Instagram. So
I did.
that was a official white birch tree, right?
It was, and
yeah.
I had to search all of the city of London to find that one white birch. Yeah. It was worth
Wait,
it.
we gotta bring it up here.
Yeah, see, I don't know if you have my Instagram up, you can share it quick, but
Yeah. Yep.
Now I'd have been a little nervous to hang a watch. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I appreciate you doing
it was a very thin branch and it was very windy, but the things you do for the gram, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. It's a nice picture.
There it is.
Cool. Well done.
Thanks,
I
man.
see the similarities.
Yeah? Okay, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but like there is some texture there that resembles the white birch tree. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a beautiful shot. I'm surprised you weren't out because, I mean, it was a very nice day, like in terms of the temperature.
Oh yeah, it's very temperate.
Yeah, except, man, that was some crazy winds out there. It felt like I was in a modular office or a trailer, as most people call it today, at work, and it felt like it was going to tip over. It was
Wow.
that bad. Yeah, so I would not have gone hiking, but I'm glad the trees weren't down on top of you.
Yeah, I was just worried about my watch blowing away, but
yeah.
Let's see here. We've got Meznine. Good to see you, sir. Or Meznine. Colin, how's it going? Good to see you. Got Lee Harris. Came here to regain my sanity. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Neff says Laurier kills me with inconsistency to use Hesselite. I know. It's for the look, but why they don't do a sapphire version, I'll never figure out.
Yeah, they're very big into Hesselite. They're so big, in fact, that now it comes with every watch comes with Polywatch now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you get a lot of scratches on your watch, Keith?
No, I haven't got a single scratch on my crystal yet.
Yeah, Hesselite's tougher than it's made out to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Jason, good to see you. When I buy a watch, I feel as though I'm buying the company as well, so company can throw me off a watch, even if it looks good. I feel like microbrands do that a lot to me. Very interesting. I get that, especially when I'm so into heritage. You're kind of buying the heritage of the company, right? So,
I'm always
Let's
interested
see.
in that. Like for the people who don't like microbrands because they're new, like a brand has to prove themselves. Like, how long does it take to prove yourself? 5 years, or 2 years, 10 years? Do you need to be a 15-year or a 50-year watch brand? I was curious about that.
I don't think there is a metric, because
I feel like a micro brand makes it if after they launch their initial pilot watch, if they come out with a subsequent watch and it's also successful, I would say they've made it.
Mm.
I feel like for a micro brand, it kind of has to last a generation. So like an up and coming watch enthusiast group of people, say like 10 years maybe. Like with Nomos, I feel like it's now gaining the traction. I don't think it ever was a micro brand.
Hmm.
Maybe it was. Maybe they did source movements and parts from outside, but um, yeah, I feel like it has to be there for a generation of people to like be and gone almost. I don't know.
Right.
Just kind of looking at Nomos. Uh, Good to see you, Thomas. Thanks for joining us. Neff was asking, what is purple sticky punch? Purple sticky punch. I don't know. Do you guys know? Is that
I
like
don't get the reference.
Yeah,
movie
I don't know.
No idea. No idea. Hey, Bobby's here. Good to see you, Bobby. Bobby K, the other Bobby. Anish, good to see you. Let's see. Have I caught up here? Seen everyone? Scott Tarlow says, I would kill for Monta to release a 38 millimeter dive watch.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm skipping through the
The Malta Noble is like a really good smaller watch.
yeah. Clayton really likes that picture, Torin.
Oh, thanks.
Bobby Casing. Hope everyone in the Midwest is safe. Yep.
Yeah.
I was just checking in on our friend Corey, who's in Kentucky.
Oh, he's in Kentucky, man. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Okay.
He said
Yeah,
it misses him and his family, so which is really good to hear. Chaz is okay too, I think.
Yeah, there was a lot of bad weather in southern Illinois. I'm in northern Illinois, but
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke about the tornadoes, but it might be in bad taste. So like, I don't know if I should.
Yeah. Joey, hey, good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you enjoy the replay. Future Joey, there's a message going out to you. Let's see. Colin agrees with me. I'm guessing about heritage. Hey, Calico Basin's here too. Good to see you. Watch Talk, how's it going? And there we go. Hey, Neff's in Kentucky too. Not too bad up in Louisville. I hope I'm saying that right.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan was recommending the 37 millimeter Rado Captain Cook. That is a good watch.
Yeah.
Okay, so topic of tonight would be talking about funny things that happened to us this year, watch related, not just any random funny thing. We'd be here for hours, literally. I did not do my wrist check. I remember.
Oh yeah, I was just about to ask you.
On my wrist, I switched out from the SBG Y003, wearing the Seiko Presage 34 millimeter red dial. SRP 843, I want to say. It might be 853. Yeah, 34 mils, guys. And it fits on my wrist.
It works for you.
Just going to show you guys a wrist shot. There we go. Yeah, so
I was watching the Beatles documentary. A lot smaller watches on the wrists of people, and that.
Yeah. So it's labeled a ladies' watch. I'm okay with that. It took me a while to get over that, but I'm okay with it now.
Yeah.
I mean, the only metric for a ladies' watch is the size, right? Like
yeah. It's got the 4R36, I think. So NH35 equivalent, NH36. Yeah, everything else is identical to the regular Presage. So yeah, uh, what's Dan saying here? Telescope. I think he means microscope, but Death Diver is wearing the SLA 037. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Oh, such a great piece. Neff does not have any funny stories. I didn't get into an accident going to watch Rampage. I'm not gonna dig that story up again. I feel like I've been talking about it ad nauseum. So yeah, funny stories that happened to us this year. I will kick it off because I feel like the funniest thing that happened to me this year. We'll probably have some honorable mentions or other funny things that happened to us. But let me share my screen here, and we can take a look at. Let's see here. This new StreamYard sharing screen thing is a little frustrating because you had to first share the screen, then come back. It flips the tab, then you had to come back and add it back into the stream.
Oh,
So
weird.
yeah, it's a little frustrating. But
Turned out their noses to Tagar. Uh,
Pete mentioned that there were apparently Godfather quotes. I've actually never watched Godfather, so
you never watched The Godfather?
no.
All right, hold on. Okay, maybe we had to do a segment next episode, and we got to get down and see like what movies has Sanjay not seen.
I live in a bit of a bubble, so I don't see a lot.
Man on Fire, another great movie for Sanjay. Yeah, Denzel Washington. Sanjay, you pleading the fifth?
Played the fifth.
Okay.
I've seen Rain Man. Rain Man was pretty good. So that was just a little clip of what happened between Bobby Legs and I during our earlier Watch Soup episodes. This was the episode where everyone found out I haven't seen anything. And yeah, I'm basically a sponge. So I catch on to different movie quotes and things that people talk about, but I've never seen the movie. So I can quote a movie or I can say something related to that movie, but that's as far as it goes. And if someone actually asks me if I've seen that movie, I haven't seen that movie. And that was where our good friend, or my good friend Rob, found out that I have not seen The Godfather and what was that other one? Man on Fire. Man on Fire. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got that right. So yeah, it's still a running joke. You guys still give me grief for that, and it's a whole lot of fun. And yeah, if you guys want to see the whole clip, go to Bobby Lex's YouTube channel. That was probably, when it regards to watches, that was probably the funniest thing that's happened to me. We were laughing that rest of that episode basically. So yeah, that was it for me. That was number one. But yeah,
What happened to Rob joining Watch Soup?
Sorry?
Not what happened to Rob joining Watch Soup? Now he's like preempting you with another stream.
Yeah.
He created the show and he's out of there.
Yeah. Well, I think Rob was having difficulty like managing Watch Soup and like us spending time with family.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he asked if it was okay if he just handed it off to me, and I said,
okay.
Yeah, that's great. And it happened when there was like that whole issues we were going through. So well, like Rob and I weren't going through issues. I should clarify. There was just this whole other thing going on. That was a little crazy.
Well, it's allowed me to be on, which is a fun show to be on. So.
Yes, yeah. And Rob's been on, or almost been on, a couple of times. It'll be good to have Rob back. Rob, if you're watching, we need you back to watch soon. But yeah. So that was number one. Man, that was a good time. I'll jump in the chat, see what you guys are saying about that. Chaz saying this was so good, and Colin calling that a classic. Um, Joey saying son goes to Coopertown. I'm not sure what that means, but yay, Coopertown. Neff said, I was shocked by this when it happened. It was like, where were you when this happened kind of moment. Yeah. We were cracking up over Rain Man. I don't know what made me make the connection between Man of Fire and Rain Man. I think it was the water putting out that guy who's on fire. But yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's move on. Keith, do you want to
Well,
share?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't really have something funny that happened to me per se.
Yeah.
But while you're talking about Bobby Legs, I just remember one of his streams this year. Actually, I don't know if it was a Bobby Legs stream and Almond stream because they kind of like the same. They kind of blend together in my mind. But the first time that Bobby Leg goes through his purchasing of the Tourneau watch,
Oh,
I think it's called like the Gotham or something like
yeah.
that. I
Yeah.
just remember cracking up watching that stream. And watching the reaction to the other people on there. I wish I could have. I was gonna try and find it before the show, but I knew it was gonna take me a long time, so I got lazy and I didn't. But that cracked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, quick backstory was Rob wanted to go buy a Rolex Submariner. He ended up going to a Tourneau where the guy salesman was super slick, and he got Rob to buy this chronograph. I think the Tourneau Gotham. Um, and yeah, basically, long story short, it tanked in value, and he sold it for around $500, while the sub, yeah, continued to explode in value. I guess eventually. Uh, yeah, it was a funny story, and a lot of people give him grief for that too. So it's good. um, yeah, Torin, do you have anything that comes to mind this year? Comes to funny or bad story? Something
Oh,
bad that
bad.
might have happened to you?
Yeah. I think what came to mind for me was because I think first impressions are kind of important, and like when the first time we met at your authorized dealer
Yeah.
was the first time we both like had the opportunity to try in some watches together before I got my Speedmaster. Like
Right.
you might recall, before I was trying out some other Omegas, and the Omega Seamaster was it? I can't remember if it was the Necton or the Olympic version or whatever.
It was
But
the Olympic.
yeah, it was the Olympic Omega Seamaster. Great looking watch. I think it still had some stickers and the hang tag on it. So when the sales rep actually was gracious enough to let me try it on, I closed up the clasp, and I think the hang tag got caught on that really thick Omega Seamaster clasp. And then I tried to take it off, and it would not come off. And I'm like, oh crap! They're probably just thinking like I'm, joking with you guys. I'm like, this isn't a great first impression because like at a certain point they're gonna say, okay, it's not funny anymore. Like, take it off your wrist, right? And I'm like, no, I seriously can't get it off. I don't know, Sanjay, if you tried, but the sales rep, he definitely tried. Like,
Oh, I
could
tried
not,
like yanking on it.
yeah,
It would
could
not.
not get it off. And then what ended up happening is we actually had to walk outside of the store up the stairs to their watchmaker, and he was about to. Well, he ended up just disassembling the clasp mechanism, and then it finally got off my wrist. So I was really embarrassed because, I mean, it started off kind of being funny, but because it was the first time I met you, and also like your authorized dealer, and they were very gracious and they were great hosts, I was getting a little nervous and anxious about actually getting it up.
I
That
have
was
a photo. There it is.
Yep, that's the one.
That
So I
is,
almost walked out with that watch instead of the Speedmaster because I literally couldn't get it off my wrist.
yep. Oh, that
That's
was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad though. Like we didn't get a bad impression from it.
Okay, yeah, I think it went better, as good as it could have. I could have hoped, really, in that regard, because I don't know. I just feel like you go into some authorized dealers, and they might think like you're trying to pull something.
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's not like that at all.
The funny thing about that was, I found out later that there were actually incidents of clasp sticking. So like a manufacturing defect on the clasp, where once it's closed, it does not open up again. So I don't know if it was the same thing related. It could have been a coincidence where the hang tag got caught inside and it just didn't.
That's what I thought, but maybe it was a clasp sticking mechanism. And it's funny too, because like that was one of my biggest criticism about the Seamaster in general. Is I just find the clasp is too bulky, and it's like you really have to press the clasp on to get it to like stick. At least for the Seamasters I've had. So I don't know.
That was good.
Yeah, and even leaving the store that day after you left, there was a funny incident where, because it's typically a few hours for me to drive back to London from your authorized dealer. So I ran in and I was gonna grab a quick burger at like the store across the street, and there's this like one guy and his girlfriend. They hop out of their like Cadillac SUV and they start looking at my car like really randomly. And the guy was just interested because I drive a Subaru Outback, and I guess he's really into cars, and he's like, oh yeah, we're thinking of. He wanted something as a good sports utility, like an all-purpose vehicle and stuff. He's like, oh, is this the new Outback? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm really into cars. But then I noticed he was wearing a Tudor Pelagos, so then I mentioned that to him, and then like we just ended up like talking in the parking lot for like half an hour, and his girlfriend was like fuming, like she really just wanted to like leave, but like we were just talking, watching.
Oh no!
So on the whole, that day was it was kind of funny, but kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, what are the chances of that guy wearing a
Pelagos? Yeah, really random.
Yeah, cool. Jumping in the chat, there was something going on about Cooperstown. Is that a thing? Is that a movie? Because shout out to Cooperstown Elementary. Yeah, Cooperstown. No idea what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's in Cooperstown Hall of Fame. Okay, it's not just me. There's like 3 of us here. We don't know what you're talking about. Chestnut World fan here. Just no idea. Colin saying all the funny stuff is Bobby Legs related. Yeah.
Well, the thing he references right below that is a funny moment.
It was. I remember that.
Hopefully his wife has a sense of humor. I think she does.
I'm pretty sure she does, yeah.
But yeah, that was a good moment.
Wasn't I feel like he was texting her like during the stream after that. I don't know, maybe it's me mixing up memories, but let's see. Oh, there you go. Clayton mentioned that his neighbor had that happen. I'm guessing the clasp sticking. I think, yeah. I'm pretty sure Clayton and I talked about that too, actually. Yeah. Sent his Seamaster Professional back the day after getting it. Clasp was stuck. There you go. Philly Watch fan. Remember when Colin, we found out Colin hates the Boars? That was a good stream too. Oh man. Neff said must be an STI. Do they even make an No. I was thinking of the Ford Edge ST. So they made an ST version of the Ford Edge. So I was thinking, did they make an STI version of the Outback? But I don't think they do that. The STI is just the STI, I think. Right? Torrent? You know Subaru.
Yeah, they don't have an STI version of the Outback.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Justin, good to see you. Nam Anor, how's it going? The SLGA has started to pop up on YouTube and Instagram. Thoughts? I like it. The dial is really cool. I like the gold logo.
Didn't you say the gold logo meant it was titanium? But I feel like that's a stainless steel watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is stainless steel. Generally, gold logos are titanium. There's always with Grand Seiko, you always get like exceptions to the pattern. I don't think it's a rule, but there are a few exemptions. Like my 9F SBGV 239 238 238. That one had a gold logo and it was steel. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to see that in person, just compare it to the white birch, because it's essentially the same like case and bracelet, right? It's just the
Yeah.
dial and the movement is different.
Yep, same case and bracelet. Movement is cool. It's
Mhm.
got the new spring drive movement with 80 hours of power reserve.
No, it's 5 days. It's
Oh,
120.
is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, better decorated than the other 9R movements. So it's interesting. Not I don't know if I can get behind that case shape again. We'll see. It's still really nice.
I have a question for you because I'm pondering this myself.
Yeah.
If you had the opportunity to rebuy the white birch or to buy the 007, which one do you think you'd lean toward?
Oh. I already have 2 spring drives right now. So my Grand Seikos are all spring drives.
Right.
Would I make it a third spring drive?
Spring drive of 5 days of power reserve.
Yeah. You know, I probably would. I'd buy the SLGA 007.
Nice.
Yeah. You get a spring drive trifecta.
See, I'm tempted to go that way too if I had to pick only one. I know I have the white birch. It's just I already have a lot of white dials and I have like my SARB 35, which
Yeah.
obviously is not on the same level, but it's kind of
Yeah.
similar.
Yeah, because I think that dark blue with that Omiwatari dial pattern, like the broken
Mhm.
ice kind of, or the wavy dial, ripply. It's really really pleasant. I think if they made that SL SBGY 007, if they made the SBGY 007 with that dark blue dial, I think it would have been a massive hit. I feel like the Omiwatari is very respected, or the SBGY 007, which is also known as the Omiwatari,
Mhm.
uh, is well respected, but it's not selling from what I hear at least. It's I think that dark blue dial would have been a hit. So yeah, I really like it.
Hoping your AD gets some of those in soon.
Oh, I'm sure if they have, they're probably sold already. I remember trying to get the SLGH 003, so the limited edition, um, basically the white birch, but with the blue dial, the 60th anniversary version. And I think they only got 2, and it was hard to even take a look at.
Right.
Yeah, you never know. It's
Yeah.
probably available. Yeah. Um, let's see here. Jason mentioning the chart, Marcus's chart where you plot your watches. Had him cracking.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, the Sabbath polluted line of I forget what it was called, but the
I
normal
think you're
one.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marcus had a lot of good moments. He had an impression of another YouTuber.
Oh
He
yeah, that was
showed up
good.
with a beret one time.
Yeah,
A lot of good
that was
Marcus.
good.
I'm looking forward to the ASS awards. I think they're on Tuesday.
Yeah, we get to see Marcus again. Neff also agreeing the Sabbath polluted line. Um, what was the bottom zone? It was like the microbrand land or something.
Nomos land or something.
No one was land. Okay.
There was a microbrand section. I can't remember how.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
right. There's
I need to print it out for reference, I think.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. Joey agreeing as well. Yes, Marcus. Justin saying Marcus is the generator of many hilarious moments this year. Absolutely. Marcus is a legend. uh, Ed K, good to see you. I just got the Seiko SBDL 089 gold dial solar speed timer. I didn't normally like the solar, but man, the design is amazing. Cool. Hey, congrats, Ed. Um, Dan is saying the white birch is better than the SLG 8009. The movement is gorgeous on the white birch.
It's amazing.
Like the spring drive really can't hold a candle to that white birch movement, but
I agree.
the 9S A5 versus the 9R A5.
See, I think the 007 has the better dial, like the colorway, like you mentioned. But
Yeah.
on the front, I like the front of a 007 better, but on the back, I like the white birch better.
Yeah. We got a YouTube celebrity here, Brandon. Hey, man. It's good to see you. And that's really cool. He's got his hands on the 007. He did purchase it. So, oh, wait.
Oh,
I don't know
nice.
if I was supposed to say that. Sorry, Brandon, if I wasn't supposed to say that. But hey, man.
Check out that video.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a great video. Brandon's videos are insane. Bobby saying hi to Brandon. We got Bruno. Now I know why I've never heard stand-up comedian tell watch jokes. There's nothing funny about a watch. Yeah.
I do think sometimes people take the hobby too seriously. Like,
yeah,
there's a place for someone like a Tim Masso who's like super knowledgeable and all that, but then you can have fun with it too.
Yeah.
But because I feel like the especially the YouTube channels where it's more entertainment around watches than learning. Like you could, like for me, I enjoy just the entertainment around watches and learning about them too. So everything has a place.
Yeah, for sure. I think You're Terrific does a really good job of having fun.
Yeah.
Brandon and Max, they do really good jobs of not taking things too seriously and just having a blast in general. Yeah. Let's see, Thomas. Hey, thanks so much for the super chat. That's really kind, Thomas. For a dress watch, do you mind a thick-ish case with a standard rotor, or would you prefer a thinner case using micro rotor or a manual wound? Would be interesting. What do you guys think? Do you mind it being thicker if it had automatic winding, or would you prefer manual winding or a micro rotor? Or Keith?
I don't know.
Thoughts?
I guess especially for a dress watch, I'd go manual wind.
Yeah.
I've never owned a micro rotor watch, so I don't know what the cost of the. I know there's like one in a Baltic for like a lower price one, but I don't know what the costs of them usually are. But yeah, I'd probably go manual wind.
Yeah,
I concur with Keith.
I would go manual one too, and that was kind of a cheat on my part. It wasn't what Thomas was asking, but if I would always pick the thinner choice. So strictly answering Thomas's question, I would pick the micro rotor, but that does make things a bit expensive. Also makes the watch a little bigger. I found micro rotors tend to be a little larger, unless if you're going like old school. Yeah, I would go micro rotor. Though, I don't know. Well, everyone's threshold for thin and thick is a little different, right? I feel for me, 10 millimeters, 11 millimeters is thin, while someone else might say, yeah, that's really outrageously thick. So, yeah. The Seiko SJE 085, it's not a dress watch, but that one is 11 millimeters thin, and it has a full rotor. So I'm really happy with those specs, those dimensions. Yeah. Neff says the white birch is cool, but it's so silver. It is very silver. Yes. That's part of what makes it cool, though. But it would have been nice if it was like ice white. That would have been Bobby Legs doing his Jeff McMahon impersonation was funny. That was really
Yeah.
fun.
As a Jeff McMahon fan, I appreciated it.
Yeah, me too. It would have been cool if he got the camera out of focus.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Well, there was a Jeff McMahon video recently. It was one of those that's looking at the watch,
okay,
and he said he found the autofocus on his camera.
yeah.
He's had the camera like 7 years, and he found the autofocus. But then the next episode, it was like him in front of the fireplace, and the fireplace is in focus like 95% of the time.
Oh no.
So,
If it's like a DSLR though, if he focuses it in, then it kind of locks there
okay.
because it uses the motors to like get a focus. So if he focused on nothing, the camera would have focused on the fireplace, and then he walks into frame.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't have worked out. So I'm just guessing there though. Hey, good to see you, Tennessee Mike. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Sanjay spoiling stuff in real time. It's about Brandon's watch collection. Sorry, Brandon. Steve's here. Hey, Steve. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. So and he got a sweet purchase. I'm not gonna spoil that. All right. Wow. Bobby's 200 days watch fasting tomorrow. I'm kind of caught up in the chat as I normally do. Get caught up here. So yeah, let's keep going. Funny stuff that happened to us this year. Do you guys have another one you want to throw out? I can go again.
You could go.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Funny thing that happened to me this year. I'm not going to mention the car accident. That was probably an all-time great for me. Funniest thing I think after that would be seeing the reactions on you guys' faces when this wasn't the second time around. This is the first time around where I teased and told everyone that I picked up a Seiko, and then I told everyone that on air, so live, I told everyone that I traded in. I forget which one it was. It was the Necton. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was the Necton. So I made it look like I traded in the Necton for a Seiko, like the Seiko Prospex SJE 085, and that was it. And I strung you guys along for a little bit, and then dropped that I also picked up the Planet Ocean, which I don't have anymore. But that was probably the funniest thing. The look on Bobby K's face. Oh man, that was great. Torrin too, and I think you were there too, Keith, right?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I definitely watched it. So, like, did I watch it while it was on the stream, or did I watch it later? I don't know.
It was. Oh, maybe
I might have not been there actually.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was so much fun. I need to like harvest that video and cut that clip out. Just
Oh yeah.
just to
Oh yeah,
reload
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
But yeah, that was another all-time great thing.
Now that
happened
you've done
this
it
year.
twice, it's going to be hard to surprise people now, because now I
Yeah.
just expect you to like get rid of everything and start fresh with new watches.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it again. It happened twice, and I got the same look from Bobby K. He was there on both of them. So yeah.
Keith, you pulled something similar when you just nonchalantly said, "Oh yeah, I just got this Seiko," and it was like the SBGN 003.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that moment.
That was good. Because I was scanning through the chat to like we had just started. We were doing wrist checks, and I was quickly scanning through the chat, and then I hear Keith's voice saying Grand Seiko SBGN 005 or 003, right?
003,
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? So yeah, that was really good.
Now I'm going to do that every time.
Yeah. It was like I was half asleep and then jolted awake by Massive news. That was good. That might be a favorite of mine too.
Well, that's actually if we're talking about bad moments. Really, my only bad moment I can think of is trading in the Oris. I think it was the case of so I'm not an impulsive buyer. I think about the watch purses a lot.
Yeah.
But that one I might have overthought it, and I was so into that watch before I even saw it in person. I feel like even when if I saw it in person and wasn't into it, it could do no wrong, by that point, because I was so into that watch, just watching all the YouTube videos and finally getting to see it in person. I think I was just so excited to see it. I overlooked possibly that it was maybe uncomfortable, but maybe it's one of those things where it took a while to sink in no matter what. So,
Yeah.
um, and yeah, I see it's actually on Chrono 24 right now.
The
They're
same
selling
one?
it for they're trying to sell it for like $2,200,
Yeah.
which I don't think is going to happen. But if they do sell it for that, that's way over what they gave me for it. So,
Yeah.
Man,
which I know is how it works. So, it's kind
But
of weird. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say it was just too thick, and
Yeah.
I had that watch twice. I really love that dial. That dial is incredible. On the Oris Clean Ocean, and yeah, because of that plastic resin medallion in the back,
Hmm.
it's like 14 millimeters thick. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Um,
And especially because it's only on part of the wrist because the
yeah,
lugs are so small. So it's really concentrated on just like the middle part of the wrist. And because it's so heavy, it's like, yeah, I can't do it.
yeah,
Sometimes it would bother me, sometimes it wouldn't, but it bothered me enough to where I had to see it go. So that was unfortunate, but
yeah,
I don't regret selling it. Sometimes I think about it, but then I'm like, no, it was the right move.
yeah.
It's kind of
There,
weird how they sorry to go on a tangent. It's kind of
um,
weird how they trade stuff in at this AD because they say, hey, we don't play games here. No matter what, we'll give you if you're trading it in or if we're just buying it outright, we'll give you the same price. But if you trade it in, we'll give you a discount on another watch. So you really are getting more by trading it in. They're just making it seem like everything's on the up and up. But the
yeah,
fact that the trade-in value plus the amount off the Grand Seiko, like getting the discount on that, made the trade worth it. So
yeah. That's really strange though, because oh, I see what's going on. Okay, I was gonna say I don't really get why they do that because generally it's understood that if you're trading in a watch and you purchase another watch, you'll get a higher trade value, right? You have the
yeah,
trade value and the cash value. That's
yeah,
kind of understood. Um, but now I can kind of get it, like especially if they're being squeezed by a manufacturer to say, hey, you can't discount.
right,
Then
exactly.
they can kind of inflate the trade value and make it look like, oh, we just made a poor decision on this trade, or
Oh
whatever. It
yeah.
was trading for that amount at that time, and they
Hmm.
can give you a better value, but make it, yeah.
Yeah,
But then
because
they say they give you the discount on the watch, right? On the receipt, it'll say the discounts on the watch.
I'd have to check the receipt again.
Yeah. Hmm.
It might not have that as much detail, but
Yeah.
the salesperson did say, "Oh, we usually don't discount these, Grand Seikos."
Hmm.
So they could be telling the truth that they never discount them, or I couldn't determine if they were telling. But it seems like Grand Seiko is really we're not, we don't want you discounting. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a way around that.
Hmm.
Um, I'm always thinking people are trying to get one over on me, so I don't trust what anyone says. But if that's
People are always trying to get one over you, so it's a good mindset. Um, Jumping into the chat real quick. Uh, let's see here. I'm sorry, guys. I jumped ahead a bit, but now says I have a pull router with a micro rotor, very cool movement. I love the Tonner 1950. Really cool. I was thinking pull router in my head, but I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure if that was a micro rotor. Um, let's see. Watch Medicine says, on the other hand, Justin got a Leica and a Mont Blanc pen. So I guess the material junk all evens out.
because he's saying he's on his tomorrow
Oh,
is his
yeah.
200th watch fast day.
Right. I didn't know you got a fountain pen though, Bobby. Wow, look at that.
It's the Sanjay effect.
Yeah.
No, it's the Marcus effect.
I mean, come on, Sanjay. Like, since Keith and I joined your stream, we both got Grand Seikos. Like,
Yeah. I think that's the Grand Seiko effect, not me.
Could be.
Hey,
what's the
Holden.
common thread? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Holden. Let's see. Justin says Sanjay movie quotes are always hilarity. Yeah. Joey says, remember when Sanjay told Amin he got ripped off on his IWC? Yeah, that was a good one.
You said it so matter of factly too.
Yeah. Well, I said it really quickly as a joke, like a really dry joke. I don't know if they took it super seriously because I feel like Marcus took a bit of offense to that because at least if I'm recalling correctly, I remember him saying, "You don't know what you're talking about." That was good. And I was like, "Whoa, easy! I'm just joking." But yeah, I mean, Amin did get a good deal. I was just referring to how Amin was really uncomfortable about asking about a discount, and he felt bad about asking about it, and it wasn't a good experience. And yeah, so I just kind of ribbed him, saying, "Hey, when you got ripped off on that IWC, yada yada yada." that was funny. That was really good. Let's see. Neff says Sanjay dumping the Planet Ocean was hilarious. Yeah. Stating the Alfonso. I don't know what that means. Still feel bad. Justin says for 9/11 Dan, the PO dump was traumatic for him.
Wolfgang still gives you a hard time for the Nectin.
He does.
Yeah.
he still mentions the Nectin in videos. I didn't realize he liked it that much, but Holden says, best thing to happen to me this year is that I convinced the wife that I deserved the Nomos Club Sport pneumatic blue dial.
Oh, that's what I was looking at, man.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, pneumatic one too.
Mm-hmm.
Torrent throwing up his arms when he found Sanjay paid with his white perch.
Okay, so yeah, somebody was like making a meme of that later. Like they got a screenshot of me doing that.
Yep. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter Campbell, good to see you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Bobby saying Sanjay guessing that Michael kissing Fredo scene in The Godfather was from the episode of the Brady Bunch, or Fonzie of Happy Days made a cameo. Yeah. Okay, I've explained myself on that one a couple of times, but let's see. Neff says I need to get rid of this Blackbeard 36 silver dial, but there's so few out secondhand. It's hard to figure out what to ask. Oh, good problem to have, I think. Name your price. Just jumping down a bit, guys. Chad is saying Hogan's Heroes is the best TV series ever. I agree. I 100% agreed. It's the best. The best. No?
Torrin, do you have a favorite show of all time?
Ooh, I was not prepared for that.
Okay.
There's a few that come to mind. I really enjoyed, but I've watched too early in my childhood, The X-Files.
Oh, okay.
I had a lot of nightmares about being abducted by aliens, but it was a great show.
So I watched The X-Files when I was a kid too, because it aired on TV. My dad would watch it, and I'd just be hanging out on the couch, and I'd end up watching it. The only thing I remember from it is cockroaches burrowing into skin and crawling up this guy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only thing I remember. I had that nightmare for decades. I want to say it was bad.
Well, it was interesting because like it was shot in Vancouver a lot in Canada.
Okay.
And I actually knew like my one church pastor was a cameo in one of the episodes because they would actually for a lot of cameo or like a lot of I guess like B-roll or like background scenes they would get real people like in that occupation doing that job and he just happened to be at a church one day and like hey you want to be like a preacher at a funeral or something like that so he actually ended up in one of the shows. It's kind
Wow.
of cool for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah.
Marcus F, good to see you, man.
Mash.
Says
MASH.
MASH is the best. I've never seen MASH. I've heard good things though. Neff says The Wire is the best.
Yeah,
Never
I
seen
hear that a lot.
I hear a
I've
lot of
never
quotes
watched
from The
it.
Wire, but I've never watched too much
Yeah,
of it.
I know I need to.
Yeah.
Peter Campbell says, I see nothing. I know nothing. I see nothing. Correct answer is King of the Hill, says Justin.
Mm.
Twin Peaks in China Beach. Cool. Holden also says that no one watches discounts Grand Seikos. Everyone discounts Grand Seikos. It's a bunch of rubbish when, when someone says they're not discounting Grand Seikos. Pentalk? No Pentalk. Yeah, saying Fonzie, the Fonzie bunch, conflating the fans and Brady bunch. That's good. All right. Well, do you guys have any other stories, Torrin? Anything else that happened to you this year?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I said my piece about my first impressions meeting you. So.
Yeah.
If I could give an award for funniest person in the chat, it's definitely Kevin S. Which is a shame because he's not here right now. But he cracks me up. He's on a lot of. I could see him in the chat on a lot of streams. He cracks me up all the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that's a good award actually. The funniest person on the chat for me is Forbin Colossus. Don't see him too often, but when you do see him, he's got a really dry sense of humor, which is great. Raise of hands for who all has Hogan Heroes box sets.
You know, I just don't have one. Believe it or not.
How else are you gonna watch it? Like we don't have cable. I don't even know if they show reruns of it, and it's nowhere online that I know of, at least. So I kind of had to go on Amazon and buy the box set.
I love that we're getting everyone's favorite TV show now.
Yeah, that's great.
There's some good suggestions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my favorite Seinfeld.
Cheers and Frasier.
But then I love Curb as well, and there are a lot of people saying Curb Your Enthusiasm.
That's just a bad title for a TV show. It makes me not want to watch it.
There's a lot of good sitcoms out there. Yeah. I really like Scrubs when that was out. I don't know if you guys watched that. That was hilarious.
Friends, anyone?
I've watched Friends many times.
Sorry?
Home Improvement?
I've watched every episode of Friends and Home Improvement multiple times. So.
Yeah. Curb is a great series, especially the what would this be, the Wagner episode or the Wagner episode?
Well, they have it's airing right now, the 11th season.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of episodes to remember.
Yeah.
So that doesn't jump out at me.
Marcus F actually has the box set for Hogan's Heroes. Hey.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's a raised hand. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Watchdog podcaster Clayton says Quantum Leap in Seinfeld. Quantum Leap. Is that like the Twilight Zone? Quantum Leap.
I'm not familiar with that one.
I hear good things about the Twilight Zone. Oh, Justin says Oil Money is pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oil Money is super funny too.
Yeah.
Chaz
and-
always rouses me pretty well. So
Yeah, he does. Chaz is good. King of Queens, Magnum PI, Hogan's Heroes. There you go. We were talking about Breaking Bad last week. Keith and I.
yeah, it was
And
good.
Torn.
Yeah.
I was depressed. I actually watched Breaking Bad way back when I was in college or university. Yeah, it was depressing. That was one depressing show.
Yeah,
It was, but you were very invested. I find
yeah.
Yeah.
it was hard to watch, but you were really invested when you were watching it.
Yeah.
We were talking about it because I'm a huge fan of Succession, which is why I've been MIA for Watch Soup. We have a friend that comes over every Sunday and we watch Succession, but it's the same where no one's likable, but has great watches. So if that gets you watching. But I know Kevin S is a fan of that show too.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this on out live, but Mayday air disaster has
You
some really
mentioned
great
it before,
has some really great watch spotting. So on the pilots who plunge usually to their deaths, which is really sad, but they have a great wardrobe. Yeah, so guys, it's been an hour. I know we chatted way off topic here, but it was a lot of fun. It was great chatting with you guys, Keith and Torin, and everyone in the chat. You guys all make this so much fun, and it's probably one of my favorite things to do in a week. So, do you guys have anything coming up, Keith?
Nothing. I
No?
think this is my last Saturday stream of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun this year.
Hey, well, I was gonna say next week's Christmas, but it's not. 2 weeks.
2
Yeah.
weeks. 2 weeks.
I am busy next week, unfortunately, but yeah, then it's Christmas after that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have a Christmas Day episode?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
You expecting a lot of guests to join?
I don't know.
Jesus,
I'm not
perhaps?
expecting a lot of people. It might just be me on here, but yeah, because I mean everyone's usually with their family. I might just hang out, chat with you guys in the chat, see what interesting things have happened between now and then, because it's 2 whole weeks. It's a crazy amount of time
Right.
for a watch collection.
For your watch collection, yeah.
Yeah,
Are you planning any trips for December to the AD, or are you good?
I'm not planning any trips,
Mhm.
but tomorrow's a new day, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
You got to let me know if they get in the 007. I got to make a trip with you.
Yeah, we'll do absolutely. Torin, do you have anything coming up this week?
Not really. I'm hoping to maybe in the next week or two put together like a state of the watch collection video, but it hasn't come close to being done yet.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Just want to let you guys know that you're all welcome to come join us here. So, if you do want to come on and chat with us, feel free to do so. I know I mentioned that to you, Brandon. You got to come on sometime. We're super laid back. Everyone in the chat is super laid back. This is just our FaceTime basically. So, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Next week, I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what we'll chat about. I know Keith had a good idea. Maybe we'll do that, but Keith's not here next week, so
Yeah, hopefully maybe like the January 1st or something.
yeah, okay. But yeah, guys, tomorrow we also have Watch Soup, so Clayton should be joining me for that tomorrow. Clayton from the Watch Out podcast. It'll be a blast. We'll see a bunch of videos. So
You did
anyway,
get a
guys,
super chat before you sign off.
Oh yeah, Thomas, thanks so much. It's very kind. Saying that you had chosen hand-wound dress watches, you obviously enjoy winding your watches. What's your favorite watch to wind? Oh, that's super easy. For me, it's the SPG Y003. Grand Seiko, manual on spring drive. It doesn't feel like you're forcing a motor like you would an automatic spring drive. which
That's
feels
cool.
horrendous to wind. Some people like it. I know Dan 911 Dan really likes winding spring drive automatics, but I feel like I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing because when I was a kid, my dad always worked with motors and electronics, and he said you never turn a motor by hand, and that's what it feels like you're doing. So, yeah.
Yeah, easy answer for me, Hamilton Khaki Field, my one manual wine. It's a pleasure to wind.
Is Torrin
Yeah.
Speedy favorite
Speaking of,
manual round?
yeah, that was really nice actually.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
wish for a manual wind it had like a power reserve indicator like your 003 did, but
Yeah. Joey also likes manual winding. What? Sorry, manually winding spring drive automatics. So there you go. Some people like it. It's very gritty. For me,
I
it feels
agree with
like
you.
nails on a chalkboard. All right, guys. So see you guys tomorrow for Watch Soup. Hope you all have a great week. In case I don't see you tomorrow, but have a good night, everyone.
See you guys.
Bye.